Everything you perceive as separation is merely the surface layer of a much deeper reality. Beneath it lies an imperceptible yet profound force, one that remains dormant within each of us, as if waiting for the perfect moment to break through the barriers of what we define as normal. This is the essence of the zero-point field, an unseen force pulsating just beyond our senses, holding within it an unfathomable reservoir of energy. Many individuals pass through life without ever realizing that this immense source of vitality is within their grasp. And this is precisely what we are about to explore. What you are on the verge of discovering has the potential to alter your perception of existence forever. In the relentless rush of daily life, it's common to feel drained, as though something fundamental is missing. How often do you wake up already exhausted, or sense that your emotional and mental energy is short-circuiting even in the absence of clear causes? This persistent fatigue is not merely physical. It is a symptom of detachment from the most potent energy source available, the one that exists within you and all around you. According to quantum physics, the zero-point field is the most fundamental layer of reality. It represents a state of minimal energy, even when everything appears motionless. Scientists have uncovered that even in a vacuum, where logic would suggest absolute emptiness, there remains a field brimming with subtle, imperceptible energy. This invisible force, though unseen, is real. It is akin to an endless ocean of potentiality lying beneath the tangible world, upholding all that exists. When observed through the lens of spirituality, the zero-point field takes on an even more astonishing role. It serves as the bridge between the vast external universe and our internal awareness. In this domain, time, space, and limitations dissolve, leaving only pure, untapped potential. Imagine harnessing this energy daily. Picture yourself accessing a limitless source of vitality, one that rejuvenates your mind, strengthens your body, and elevates your spirit. This energy is perpetually available, yet its activation requires presence, subtlety, and an openness to attuning yourself to its flow. The secret lies in slowing down internally. The quieter your mind becomes, the more attuned you become to this silent force that orchestrates all things. You do not need complex gadgets, external teachers, or mystical formulas. The only prerequisites are intention, practice, and awareness. Throughout this journey, we will guide you through practical methods to awaken this connection. But for now, take a deep breath. Feel. You are already closer to the zero-point field than you realize. For centuries, science and spirituality have seemed like opposing paths. Science has sought to decode the universe through calculations and experiments, while spirituality has aimed to tap into the intangible, the unseen, the energetic, the felt rather than the empirically proven. This division created a chasm, and within this void, vast knowledge was either lost or disregarded. But what if both disciplines were describing the same truth, merely using different terminologies? This is where the concept of the zero-point field becomes revolutionary. Interestingly, the idea of the zero-point field did not originate in spiritual texts or mystical teachings, but rather in the domain of quantum physics. When scientists began investigating subatomic particles, the fundamental components of all existence, they made a startling discovery. Even in a supposed void, where conventional wisdom dictated that nothing should remain, an underlying energy persisted. A continuous, gentle pulsation, as though the very fabric of the cosmos were subtly vibrating beneath material reality. This phenomenon was labeled zero-point energy, a form of energy that exists even in the complete absence of matter and heat. The scientific community was stunned by this revelation, as it suggested that the emptiness of space was, paradoxically, teeming with activity. One of the pioneers in this exploration was physicist Max Planck, the father of quantum mechanics, who famously asserted, "Everything is energy, that is all there is." Later, brilliant minds such as Albert Einstein, Erwin Schrödinger, and David Bohm further examined this hidden force. Bohm went so far as to propose that the universe itself harbored an implicit order, a profound layer of interconnected reality. In more recent times, researchers like Lynn McTaggart, the author of The Field, and independent scientists such as Hal Puthoff have investigated this energy as not only real, but also interactive with human consciousness. Strikingly, many ancient spiritual traditions, including Vedanta, Buddhism, Taoist philosophy, and shamanic practices, have long described an interconnected energy network that links all living beings. Today, we begin to comprehend that this ancient wisdom may have been referring to the zero-point field all along, merely under different names: prana, chi, mana, life force. Recognizing that a limitless and subtle energy pervades all things radically reshapes our approach to existence. Rather than constantly seeking energy from external stimulants such as caffeine, distractions, or validation, we come to understand that our true source of vitality resides within us, accessible at all times. As this awareness deepens, a transformation occurs. We begin to recognize that our thoughts, emotions, and intentions possess weight. They do not exist in isolation but interact dynamically with this unseen field. And therein lies the challenge. When we feel depleted, unfulfilled, or lacking in motivation, the root of our exhaustion is not always physical or situational. More often, it signals a disconnection from this ever-present energy source. How often have you questioned why you feel drained, even when your physical demands are minimal? Or why, despite outward success, you experience an inexplicable void, an absence of vibrancy, passion, and genuine energy? We live in an age of relentless external engagement, yet suffer from profound internal depletion. We are hyper-connected to the external world, yet estranged from our inner essence. The result? A persistent sensation of emptiness, anxiety, and lack of direction. But what if this discomfort is more than just an emotional burden? What if it is an unmistakable sign that you have lost touch with your intrinsic power source, not the energy derived from food, rest, or material possessions, but the very essence that fuels your being? The connection to the zero-point field, the realm where your purest vitality resides. The zero-point field is omnipresent, yet the most transformative realization is understanding that it also dwells within you. It is not an external force located in some distant dimension. It vibrates in every cell of your body, in the silent spaces between your thoughts, in the pause between each breath. When your mind, emotions, and spirit are in harmony, this energy flows freely, effortlessly. You experience inner peace, clarity, and a profound sense of strength. But when stress accumulates, unresolved emotions linger, or the mind becomes overstimulated, this connection weakens. It is as if an invisible channel becomes obstructed, preventing the seamless flow of energy through your being. The good news? This connection can be restored. And as you embark on this journey, you will discover the immense power that has always been within you, waiting to be reawakened. This is why refining your internal state is the gateway to genuinely and practically accessing the zero-point field. Visualize your body as a highly sensitive receiver. The more purified, harmonized, and consciously present it is, the better attuned you will be to this field of infinite potential. You can begin activating this profound connection by practicing these 3 essential techniques. Mindful breathing. By deliberately slowing down your breath and making it intentional, you soothe your nervous system and send a clear message to the quantum field. I am fully present. Elevated emotional states. Feelings like deep gratitude, genuine compassion, and unconditional love emit frequencies that naturally align with the quantum realm. Cultivating these emotions is not just superficial self-help. It is the application of energetic principles in action. Inner stillness. Carving out moments of silence, whether through meditation, mindful contemplation, or simply being with yourself, allows you to perceive what exists beyond the chatter of the mind. It is within this spacious emptiness that the field reveals itself to you. Once you enter this heightened state of awareness, you will experience something profound. The natural flow of energy is restored. Creativity flourishes, decision-making becomes effortless, and even your physical well-being is revitalized. You do not need to wait for a miraculous intervention, an external solution, or a grand awakening. You are the portal to this boundless energy. Begin by attentively observing your thoughts, tuning into your emotions, and measuring your ability to remain anchored in the present moment. Even small, consistent daily practices can bring about a radical shift in your connection to the zero-point field. The illusion of fantasy versus reality. When people hear the term infinite energy, it often conjures up images of something mystical, supernatural, or unattainable, something reserved only for enlightened sages or extraordinary individuals. Many envision a guru levitating in a meditative posture or a mysterious master privy to the universe's deepest secrets. This kind of misconception distances people from one of the most powerful truths. Infinite energy is real and accessible to anyone who is open to learning and applying its principles. It is time to dissolve the illusions and bring forth what truly matters. Let's begin with a fundamental reality. Infinite energy does not mean you will never feel exhausted, frustrated, or disheartened. These are natural aspects of the human journey. However, what this limitless energy truly signifies is something far more profound. The ability to continually reconnect with a reservoir of vitality, mental clarity, and inspiration, even amidst chaos. It is the realization that within you, there is an untapped core of energy that never diminishes. It only becomes obstructed temporarily, breaking the greatest myth. The biggest misconception surrounding this energy is that it is some kind of mystical miracle, something that happens instantaneously or can be purchased in a quick-fix program. In reality, it is a cultivated practice, a way of being. Think of the infinite energy of the zero-point field as an underground stream that is always flowing beneath the surface. However, for you to access its waters, you must excavate, align yourself, and make space for its flow. Contrary to common belief, tapping into this energy does not require intricate rituals, esoteric teachings, or obscure philosophies. What truly matters is consistency, the essential keys to connection. Daily discipline. Simple yet powerful habits, such as practicing mindful breathing, engaging in just 10 minutes of meditation each day, or regularly grounding yourself in nature, gradually refine your ability to access this energy. Focused intention. When you align yourself with a sincere and unwavering desire to connect with this source, you shift your frequency, and the field naturally responds. Emotional purification. Letting go of emotional baggage such as anger, resentment, guilt, or sorrow is crucial. These dense energies act as heavy chains that prevent the unrestricted flow of the zero-point field's vitality. Absolute presence. The more you immerse yourself in the present moment, the more tangibly you feel this energy, because the zero-point field exists only here and now. Perhaps the greatest misunderstanding is the belief that this energy is beyond your reach. But you are already connected to it. You merely need to remember how to access it. Start dismantling these limiting beliefs today. Stop waiting for the perfect moment, more knowledge, or validation from external sources. Everything required to awaken this energy already resides within you. The unseen struggle. Many individuals carry an invisible burden daily without fully realizing it. Waking up exhausted, dragging themselves through mundane routines, blaming it on stress, a demanding job, or nutritional deficiencies. But at its core, something far deeper is occurring. It is not laziness. It is not mere dramatization. It is not an exaggeration. It is a silent plea from your soul yearning for reconnection. Being severed from your internal energy source is akin to having a smartphone running on low battery. It continues to function, but over time, the performance deteriorates. Your mental clarity diminishes. Your emotions swing unpredictably. Your motivation dwindles. Your physical health begins signaling distress. When your connection to the zero-point field weakens, you unknowingly deprive yourself of the subtle, yet infinite, energy that nourishes not just the body, but also the mind and spirit. What makes this even more alarming is how gradual the disconnection is. It does not happen overnight. It creeps in slowly, subtly, almost unnoticed. Indicators of energetic disconnection. Chronic fatigue. Even after sufficient sleep, you wake up feeling drained, relying on caffeine, sugar, or external distractions to push through the day. Loss of purpose and motivation. Life begins to feel mechanical, and a sense of meaninglessness takes over, making it seem as though you are merely existing rather than truly living. Persistent anxiety and stress. Your mind never quiets down, your chest feels constricted, and an underlying sense of unease lingers, even when there is no apparent reason. Emotional instability. Your moods shift drastically, making it challenging to maintain a stable and harmonious state of being. Understanding these signals is the first step to reclaiming your connection. The power to realign with this limitless energy lies entirely within you. Reconnecting is not about seeking something outside of yourself. It is about remembering what has always been there. The moment you decide to take conscious action, the flow begins again. Your energy is not lost. It is simply waiting for you to reclaim it. You may find yourself feeling exposed, easily agitated, or even emotionally detached, as if you've placed a protective shield around your feelings, cutting them off to avoid pain. A lingering sensation of being estranged from your true essence. It's as though there's a gap between who you genuinely are and the persona you present to the world. A disconnect from your authenticity. A noticeable absence of that natural glow in your eyes. Mental barriers arise, creativity seems stifled, and decision-making becomes an arduous task. When you lose touch with your inner self, your intuition falls silent, and the wellspring of imagination appears to dry up. Everything feels stagnant, as though life itself is on pause. But these signals do not indicate that you are irreparably damaged. Instead, they are messages, gentle nudges from your deeper self, urging you to re-establish the lost connection with your core energy. Disregarding these inner warnings only strengthens their hold over you, amplifying the sensation of being stuck. The question is, where do you begin? The energy of the 0-point field is always within reach, yet imagine that within you lies a path that links your inner essence to this infinite energy. Over time, this path accumulates obstructions, lingering doubts, suppressed anger, past wounds, paralyzing fears, persistent anxieties. Each of these elements forms a blockage that prevents energy from circulating freely. Therefore, the initial step is not about adding more to your plate, but rather about shedding what has become excessive, clearing away the burdens that weigh you down. First and foremost, move with intention. Synchronize your physical being with the subtle energies that flow within you. Your body serves as a conduit for energy, and when you engage in movement with awareness, you naturally dissolve the stagnant currents that have built up over time. For instance, take a mindful walk in silence, ideally surrounded by nature. Focus on the rhythm of your footsteps, the symphony of sounds around you, and the gentle caress of the breeze against your skin. Each step you take grounds you in the present moment. Alternatively, engage in slow, fluid movements such as Tai Chi, yoga, or even expressive dance. The form or discipline is not what matters most. It is your presence and attentiveness within each movement that creates the shift. Next, incorporate intentional cleansing rituals using water. Water possesses an innate ability to purify and reset your energetic field. A simple bath can be transformed into a sacred practice of energetic renewal. While bathing, visualize the water washing away any accumulated density, clearing emotional residues, dissolving rigid thought patterns, and sweeping away lingering negativity. Envision all that no longer serves you flowing downward, disappearing with the current. As you conclude, affirm with conviction, I release, I rejuvenate, I return to my center. Enhance this practice by adding natural herbs such as rosemary, lavender, or chamomile, each of which amplifies the purification process with its unique energetic properties. A profoundly transformative yet often overlooked practice is the art of simply being, immersing yourself in moments of absolute stillness. Though seemingly subtle, this exercise holds immense power. It invites you to exist for a few minutes without external distractions, without objectives, without feeling the need to do anything at all. Just be. To practice, sit comfortably in a quiet space. No music, no phone, no guided technique, just you. Keep your eyes open or closed, whatever feels most natural. Observe your thoughts and sensations without attempting to alter or control them. Let them come and go, like waves returning to the shore. This practice trains the mind to decelerate, making room for the infinite potential of the zero-point field. Inner stillness becomes the fertile ground where this energy takes root and flourishes. Another powerful method to realign your energetic state is sound activation. Certain frequencies naturally harmonize your vibration, facilitating a deeper connection with the universal field. Sound, at its core, is vibration, and vibration is the language of energy itself. Listening to binaural beats, such as 432 Hz or 528 Hz, while in a relaxed state or during meditation can recalibrate your energetic alignment. Alternatively, recite mantras, such as the primordial Om, which resonates throughout the field, attuning your system to the frequency of the cosmos. Even intuitive singing or chanting can act as an internal massage, resonating through your being and dissolving energetic blocks. And then, there is one final yet often underestimated practice: gratitude. Gratitude is not merely an uplifting emotion. It is a powerful frequency that unlocks subtle energy portals. Each day, dedicate time to writing down specific things for which you feel genuinely grateful. Tune into the sensation of gratitude within your body. It need not be grandiose. Simple moments like, "I felt at peace while watching the sky today," or "I breathed deeply and felt calm," can profoundly shift your perception. This practice gradually retrains your mind, breaking free from patterns of lack and aligning your consciousness with the abundance of the field. If you seek to deepen this connection with the universe and learn the principles of conscious manifestation, I invite you to embark on the Quantum Thinking Challenge. This transformative 21-day journey is designed to rewire your thought patterns, elevate your vibrational frequency, and unleash your full energetic potential. Through structured daily exercises, you will undergo a profound shift, attuning yourself to the frequency of creation and magnetizing your desires into reality. Early participants have already shared astonishing breakthroughs, witnessing profound transformations unfolding in their lives. Are you prepared to step into your own quantum shift? Join us by accessing the first pinned comment. For much of our lives, we have been conditioned to perceive reality solely through the lens of solid matter, what we can physically touch, see, and quantify. We were taught that the universe operates in a rigid, predictable, and mechanical manner, leaving little room for fluidity or unseen forces. This perspective, however, is inherently limiting. It disconnects us from the very essence of what truly animates existence, the subtle, invisible energies that shape reality at its most fundamental level. When we subscribe to the belief that only the tangible is significant, we unconsciously suppress our intuition, overlook our deepest emotions, and sever our connection to the boundless energy field that permeates all things. Quantum physics emerged precisely to shatter this outdated paradigm, revealing that reality is far more dynamic, interconnected, and energetically fluid than we ever imagined. At its core, quantum physics is the study of the tiniest building blocks of existence: electrons, photons, atoms. The discoveries made within this realm have reshaped our understanding of the universe. Scientists found that an electron is not merely a particle. It also behaves as a wave, existing in multiple states simultaneously until observed. This phenomenon, known as the uncertainty principle, was pioneered by Heisenberg. The collapse of the wave function demonstrates that the act of observation itself influences the outcome, proving that consciousness and reality are inseparably intertwined. In essence, your awareness has a direct impact on the fabric of reality itself. The zero-point field has been identified as a continuous oscillation within the vacuum, which implies that even in apparent stillness, a dynamic energy is constantly at play. These ideas, although rooted in scientific principles, hint at something far more profound and transformative. The universe is not merely composed of tangible objects. Rather, it is an intricate dance of energy and consciousness. And if everything that exists is, at its core, energy, then that truth extends to you as well. Rediscovering your true nature means peeling away the layers of societal conditioning, fear, distractions, and imposed limitations. Meditation and visualization are two of the most effective tools for this journey, not due to any mystical properties, but because they synchronize your awareness with the vibrational essence of the field. Many assume that meditation is about silencing the mind entirely, but that is a common misconception. Meditation is, in reality, about cultivating an observer's perspective without becoming entangled in thoughts, allowing them to arise and pass like waves, without attaching to them. By practicing this, you carve out an internal space of stillness. It is within this very space that the deeper field of energy begins to make itself known. The more consistently you meditate with genuine presence and surrender, the more you come to recognize that there is something beyond the realm of thoughts, a profound serenity, a subtle yet undeniable force that starts to emerge from within. This is the essence of connection. And what makes it extraordinary is that it doesn't originate from external sources. It is something that naturally wells up from within you. Visualization follows as the next essential step. Once you are in a state of inner calm and receptivity, you can begin to engage in intentional imagination. And here lies the key. The field responds not only to your thoughts, but, more importantly, to the emotions you generate while envisioning. If you immerse yourself in visualization with deep emotional engagement, with heartfelt sincerity, and with a bodily sense of presence, you align yourself with the reality you are striving to create. The 0-point field is, in essence, an infinite ocean of possibilities. Each time you visualize with clarity and conviction, you are effectively selecting a particular wave from this vast ocean. You are signaling to the field, "This is the frequency at which I choose to resonate." And this process does not need to be lengthy to be effective. A mere 10 minutes per day can initiate a shift in your energetic state. You might begin by sitting in quietude, bringing awareness to your breath for a few moments, and then picturing yourself as fully integrated with the luminous energy that permeates the cosmos. Visualize this radiant force entering through the crown of your head, gracefully descending through your body, and enveloping you with tranquility, renewal, clarity, and a deep vitality. Feel its presence. Breathe in harmony with it. Allow this luminous force to infuse your being and accompany you throughout your daily experiences. These techniques are not about escaping the reality of the world. Rather, they are about altering your internal state so that your external circumstances begin to shift accordingly. The more you engage in these practices, the more seamless and natural they become. And before long, almost effortlessly, you begin to experience heightened clarity, deeper alignment, and a profound inner strength. While the theories behind these concepts are intriguing, the real magic happens in lived experiences. Many individuals have reported shedding tears during their visualizations, not out of sadness, but out of an overwhelming sense of rediscovering something they had been yearning for, a reunion with their authentic selves. Others describe perceiving their surroundings in a new light, sensing an inexplicable lightness in the air. Long-standing conflicts and internal struggles have seemingly dissipated without force or resistance. Their bodies have responded with increased well-being. Their creative capacities have reawakened. Their relationships have evolved to be more authentic and fulfilling. These testimonies do not come from extraordinary beings, but from everyday people just like you. Individuals who made the conscious choice to pause, to turn inward, to listen, and to remember that they have an innate and direct link to the boundless energy of the universe. They were not in search of miracles. They sought genuine presence. And yet, the miracle was embedded in that very remembrance. The most striking commonality among these accounts is a recurring statement: "It felt like coming home." Because that is the true essence of the 0-point field. a return to the deepest truth of who you already are, to the essence of what you have always been, beneath the layers of fear, stress, and mental turbulence. It is a return to your center. However, merely reconnecting with the field is not enough. If you carry unresolved blockages and do not take the necessary steps to safeguard your energy, it is akin to pouring water into a vessel riddled with holes. The energy may flow in, but it quickly dissipates. Or worse, it merges with the energies surrounding you, energies that may not always be aligned with the vibrational frequency you are striving to maintain. We exist in a world saturated with thoughts, emotions, and energies that are not necessarily our own. Have you ever entered a space and left feeling inexplicably exhausted? Or engaged in conversation with someone only to find yourself suddenly burdened with emotions of anger, sadness, or confusion? These experiences are indications that your energy field is absorbing external influences that do not belong to you. And this disconnection can create doubt. It can obscure your clarity. It can erode your sense of inner stability. This is why learning how to protect your energy is not optional. It is essential. And clearing the obstructions that impede your energetic flow is an act of self-liberation. It is important to understand that blockages are not adversaries. Rather, they are fragments of your being that have remained frozen in time, awaiting acknowledgement. A deeply ingrained belief you unknowingly inherited. An emotion that was dismissed instead of processed. A past wound that was never fully mended. These accumulations create an energetic weight that hinders your ability to fully engage with the field. And both your mind and body register these obstructions. Life itself reflects them back to you. Energetic protection is not about fear. It is an act of profound self-respect. It is about discerning the boundaries between your own energy and external influences. It is about reclaiming your sovereignty by consciously choosing where and how you direct your focus. Cleansing your energy does not have to be an elaborate or mystical endeavor. It can be seamlessly integrated into your daily routine. Journaling as a means of release. Engaging in deep breathing exercises while envisioning a purifying light coursing through your body. Taking a mindful, intentional shower to wash away accumulated energy. Meditating with an emphasis on opening your heart. The key is consistency. Approaching these practices not merely as reactive measures when you feel depleted, but as a proactive form of self-care. Imagine tending to a flourishing garden, watering, pruning, nurturing, and safeguarding it. In doing so, you cultivate an internal environment where energy can truly thrive, radiating outward and transforming your lived experience. You are not weak. You are far stronger than you may sometimes believe. All you need is to reconnect with your inner power. Nurturing your energy is a conscious decision, an act of responsibility towards shaping the person you wish to be in this world. When you release what weighs you down and safeguard what allows you to expand, the zero-point field not only acknowledges your presence, but actively responds to it. This deep connection with the field doesn't occur randomly or by mere coincidence. It demands commitment and consistency, not in the sense of strict discipline, but rather in the form of dedication to yourself. It serves little purpose to experience a profound moment of connection only to return to a state of disorder and distraction for days on end. Genuine transformation arises from loving, intentional repetition. It's the seemingly minor yet meaningful daily practices that, when combined, establish a stable foundation of awareness, clarity, and vitality. You don't have to retreat to a monastery. You don't have to drastically overhaul your lifestyle. However, you do need to consciously choose, each and every day, to take even a brief moment to look inward. You can begin with just 10 minutes of silence in the morning. When you wake up, before reaching for your phone or getting lost in external distractions, simply sit up in bed, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. Tune into your energy. Observe the sensations in your body. Express gratitude for the gift of another day of life. This simple act alone shifts your vibrational frequency. As you move through your day, create moments of conscious pause. Take a deep breath between tasks. Place your hand over your heart and acknowledge what is alive within you. Listen to a song that uplifts your spirit. Drink a glass of water with full awareness of its nourishment. Small actions infused with intention hold far more power than grand gestures performed out of mere obligation. At night, before resting, repeat a ritual of connection. It might be a brief visualization to clear your mind. It could be journaling, allowing yourself to release any lingering thoughts or emotions from the day. Or it might be as simple as sitting quietly, bidding farewell to your thoughts, and surrendering completely to the embrace of rest. The essence of this practice is to conclude each day with the recognition that you are more than just a mind filled with thoughts. You are a being of vibrant, living energy. This routine of self-connection doesn't need to be rigid or identical every day. It can evolve, shift, and adapt according to your needs. But what matters is that it remains a constant in your life. There must always be space dedicated to what truly holds significance. Your presence in this world. Your energy, your alignment with the infinite field. When you honor this connection, the universe reciprocates in kind. You begin to experience an undeniable sense of strength, a newfound lightness, an increased flow of synchronistic events. Life starts to unfold with greater ease because you are no longer resisting it. You are in harmony with its natural current. And that is when everything begins to transform. Not because you are attempting to manipulate life, but because you have finally surrendered to its rhythm. Thank you for being here with us. Until we meet again, Arcanian.